What is going on, everyone? It's your guy Cole Jackson back here on Road Graders, and today we're going to be talking about one of the more underrated, under-talked about pieces of the Houston Texans game for their key to success, and that is stopping the run game. Taking a look at how that's going to actually help them going into a matchup with Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs. If you guys are looking forward to this breakdown, if you're enjoying the breakdowns this week, hit that like button for me. Hit subscribe if you're new here and drop a comment down below and let me know what you guys think of the matchup with Isaiah Pacheco and the Kansas City ground game. Now, when you dive into the numbers of the rushing attack from Houston, not a ground game that was necessarily setting the world on fire, but one that had been effective in spurts. But it's pretty crazy what the Ravens did to them. So 14 carries for just 38 yards. And the best part is those 38 yards includes a long run from Devin Singletary of 16 yards. So you remove that one play and he had 8 carries for 6 yards. Just an absolute trashing. Obviously, taking a look at what Pacheco did last week, both teams in that Buffalo Kansas City matchup tore it up on the ground. Pacheco had 97 yards and a 6.5 yards per carry in this game. Obviously, that's going to be a key to success. I know you're playing Patrick Mahomes, but anytime you can make any offense, even if it is a Patrick Mahomes offense, one-dimensional, you want to do that. So let's take a look at how they did it. I'll kind of summarize why this is important moving forward, especially with the types of runs you saw. So here we're going to start with a couple of plays. This is right at the start of the game. The Texans came out and wanted to kind of get CJ Stroud settled in, and the man to focus on in these first few plays is going to be number 24, Jadeveon Clowney. Absolute beast against the run in this game. So you're going to see a little power action here. Down blocks from the right side of the line, coming this way with a pull from Shaq Mason, and Clowney just getting in there, being the enforcer and eating that up. Now, kind of two things happen here. Clowney gets into Brevin Jordan on the backside down block, so he makes an impact first off by not allowing him to get any depth, and that actually interrupts the pull path of Shaq. So you can kind of see right there, Clowney is working that yard line there, which was the first down, or was the line of scrimmage. So he's not worked back at all. Beck has no one to hit because of that. His quickness down the line of scrimmage. Mason's pulling into nobody here, and there's no hole. So just Clowney's disruption right off the snap. See the quickness right there. And then obviously Patrick Queen also comes down and squeezes the outside shoulder. Roquan there, working in case Singletary tries to bounce it, and then Clowney ends up making the tackle right there. So just, real efficient work by Jadeveon Clowney. Very physical, kind of what he's been doing all year here. Very impressive to see. Get into this next one here. They're going to run zone to the left, and Clowney's going to set the edge like not many people do. So he's going to go against Laramie Tunsil here, and not many people do this to Laramie Tunsil. You just get two-hand stop right there. Clowney, watch where contact's made right here. See his feet? Doesn't even get moved. Doesn't even have to take a step. Ends up shucking him. But as he does that, you get the reinforcements coming in. You get Justin Madubuike throwing Scruggs. You get Broderick Washington coming off. And then you end up getting the rest of the convoy coming in. So impressive work by the whole D-line there, but really started by Jadeveon Clowney setting this edge, giving up no ground there. Singletary can't bounce that. He has to cut that back, and that's where the reinforcements come from. So that's why setting that edge is so important. That's where Pacheco has made so much success this year. Those outside run plays where he's able to get a little bit of width, and then he's able to cut it back. But if you have a guy setting the edge like that against the Chiefs, Jawan Taylor, Donovan Smith, you're going to have a little bit more success. You're going to keep things contained in the run game. Getting into this next play here, and again, there's Clowney just setting that edge. So he's going to be lined against a double tight there. You just can't block him with the tight end. He's just literally going to move that man backwards. See right there? He's long arming him about a yard back, and then he's going to cut back inside. Michael Pierce, beautiful play here. Pierce is trying to get overtaken by the left guard here. Pierce is just going to work right through that like he's done so much this year, and force that cut to go all the way back across, where again you got the reinforcements. Not any area to work here, but Jadeveon Clowney sets the edge right there, works back inside, and makes the tackle. Jadeveon Clowney, absolute beast in the run game in this one. Here I think we get into some other players making key plays. For It's this one. Yeah, this one was Kyle Van Noy. So this is actually on 4th and 1. Kyle Van Noy, I want to focus. You're going to get a little shift here before the snap. So Kyle Van Noy is going to come down into the B gap. PQ is going to replace right before the snap. As he does, it really mixes up Tunsil and Scruggs. You're going to get the double here on the one tech, and Kyle Van Noy slips through just from that. So you can see right here from the pre-snap motion, as he works inside, Kyle Van Noy right into the backfield, makes the tackle. I might have been on 3rd down. I have to double check that. Either way, huge stop nonetheless. It was in that first half when the game was still very much close. They were looking for a momentum play there. Keep moving here. And this is just Roquan doing what he does best. Honestly, the D-line dominated so much in this game that you didn't really need a whole lot from the linebackers, but they are going to be so unbelievably critical in this Kansas City game. You're going to see right here, you're going to get Clowney out here drawing the double, setting an edge. You get Matabike forcing Shaq Mason, who one of the best guards in football this year, to completely take himself out of the game. And essentially what they're doing is they're asking John Mechie to come down. They want him to come down and seal Roquan Smith while this run goes outside. But I don't know how much you're going to have success asking Mechie to block Roquan. He just slips him, gets in there, makes the tackle. The amount of tackles for loss they had in this game, just wild. And honestly, even when you look at the center trying to climb to Patrick Queen, watch Patrick Queen slip inside right there. So, I mean, you got both linebackers. You got Pierce meeting a man here. You got Clowney setting the edge. You got Matabike. That's what I mean. It was just full team effort. Everybody making huge plays here. Get into this next rep. They're going to run. I like this one because you're going to see this a little bit this weekend. It's like a zone concept, but they're adding the little pitch to it. The San Francisco 49ers do it a ton. Obviously, Bobby Slowick coming from that tree of Shanahan's. You're going to see it. So as they throw that up, it's going to come downhill. And this play is going to be made by 2 players. You're going to get Brent Urban, steady Canadian, number 97. He's going to stack the guard and use that right hand to peek the corner. And then on this side, you're going to get Matabike stacking and getting that left hand in. So you see right there as they do that. And this is just gap control. You see right at this point, Brent Urban's peeking the corner. Matabike's peeping the corner. There's essentially nowhere to run. Pierce is just holding ground here. As he comes up, both Matabike and Urban come off those blocks and just squeeze the gap. So really impressive teamwork. Obviously, a ton of guys making big plays in this one, but Jadeveon Clowney, absolutely critical in this game. Roquan Smith and Patrick Queen are going to be absolutely critical. The Kansas City Chiefs have been a predominant zone running team. That's essentially what you just saw in most of those plays. They did have 10 gap runs against the Buffalo Bills. That was the most this year by the Chiefs. A lot of those gap runs though were tosses, and so we're going to take a look later this week at their run game and some of those things and look at how that matches up, because we didn't see a whole lot of that from the Texans. But anyway, if you guys are looking forward to that, if you guys enjoyed this video, do me a favor, hit that like button for me, hit subscribe if you're new here, and drop a comment. Let me know what you think of this matchup coming up in the run game, and how critical do you think it is to success for the Baltimore Ravens. Be good to yourselves, be good to each other. Peace out, everyone.